Should I fight again? Let me know. Should I fight again? Should I give y'all one more? Should I fight again? Let me know.
Hell no. That's a simple answer. What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know boxing, coming back at y'all with another one, man. And we got Danny Garcia in the news, man. I'm a fan of Danny Garcia. Don't get it twisted, man. But you know, Danny Garcia recently made a video or whatnot on his verified Instagram account. That's what you just saw, and he was saying basically, you know, what you just saw. Should I fight again? Now, I'm gonna speak on Danny Garcia, and I'm gonna speak on his legacy or whatnot, and what I think of him as a fighter. And you know, ultimately, I don't think that he should fight again. I mean, it's nothing else to prove at this point, because in the weight class that Danny Garcia would be competing at, it's no way. I just don't see it in this point of his career. It's no way Danny Garcia wins a world title. So it's like, for what? What are you coming back for? Because Danny Garcia is very smart with his money, so he doesn't need the money, right? He stretched his money out really good, and he made great investments. He actually has his boxing gym and his barbershop all in the same building. I think that's just like really dope. Danny Garcia, he invests in property and stuff like that. He takes care of his money. He doesn't splurge his money on dumb stuff, not buying all these cars and stuff like that. He did right with his money. So I'm not gonna, you know, he doesn't need the money or whatnot. I just don't think at this point, if Danny Garcia is like, it's really no point of you coming back to fight. And furthermore, even if you were to come back, like, I mean, unless if they were to do like a farewell fight, but here's the problem with that: PBC is very limited on their dates, right? So I mean, Danny Garcia he had a really good career. I mean, a really good career. But do you really think PBC is gonna, you know, waste one of their dates on a farewell fight for Danny Garcia? You know, nah. I mean, I don't even think he would headline, you know. So it's like, what type of farewell fight would you have that's on an undercard? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just really no point at all. Now, you know, Danny Garcia has a very slept on resume, and I like Danny Garcia. You know, he's been in there with the likes of I had to pull up his resume. Let me pull up his resume, because I don't want to forget anybody. But he has the record of 37-4 with 21 knockouts. He's been stopped once. Danny Garcia has a damn good chin. And granted, yeah, he got stopped by Lara. But bro, if you know, like, Danny Garcia just pretty much, he quit that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he or his team, you know, quit for him. Like, it was just really nothing that Danny Garcia could have done at that point to win that fight. Even when they announced that fight, if you guys watch my videos, his fight against Lara, I always felt like, just stylistically, that was just not a good fight for Danny Garcia, and I didn't understand where they were coming from with it. Furthermore, Danny Garcia had been inactive for 2 years. So you mean to tell me that you're gonna fight Erislandy Lara off of a 2 year a 2 year layoff? And on top of that, bro, like, his style, even a prime Danny Garcia, right? Danny Garcia in his prime is no match for Erislandy Lara. Like, Erislandy Lara's style is just all wrong for Danny Garcia at any point of Danny Garcia's career. So it's like, that fight made absolutely no sense in my opinion or whatnot. But you know, so I say that to say, like, Danny Garcia has a really good chin. Don't let that fight fool you. Danny Garcia he barely even got hit. He just pretty much was just like, man, he just had nothing left in him. It's been too long. It's just not a good style fight for him, matchup for him. But if I go all the way back, I mean, the first name that I recognize on Danny Garcia's resume, I would actually say it is Nate Campbell. Obviously, Nate Campbell was past his prime at that particular moment, but he has a victory over Nate Campbell. He has a victory over Kendall Holt. He has a victory over Eric Morales. And here's the thing about that, bro. A lot of people will say, "Oh, Eric Morales was old," but you guys know my saying, bro. You know my statement. I don't care how old they are. I don't care how young they are. If they have a belt, it is fair game. And I believe Eric Morales had the WBC, because I know they fought for the WBC Okay, yeah, actually, Eric Morales did have the WBC because he was stripped for the title after not making a weight. So the title was only on the line for Danny Garcia because Eric Morales was stripped because he missed weight. But Eric Morales had the WBC, so regardless of how you guys feel about that victory, Eric Morales being way past his prime, yeah, he was, but at the end of the day, it's still fair game because he had the title. So what is Danny Garcia supposed to do? Not fight the champion because he feels like the champion is too old? No, he did what he had to do. All right, so he beat Eric Morales. Now, Amir Khan was the guy nobody thought Danny Garcia was going to beat Amir Khan. If you guys remember, Amir Khan had came off of that. It was a close loss. I thought he should have won that fight against Lamont Peterson. I'm not gonna lie. It was. I really didn't like how they took the point away from Amir Khan for pushing. I thought Amir Khan beat Lamont Peterson, and I love Lamont Peterson, but I thought Amir Khan won that fight. So Amir Khan loses that fight. Lamont Peterson, he was actually supposed to rematch Lamont Peterson, but Lamont Peterson had tested positive for a banned substance. So Amir Khan then was to fight Danny Garcia. Nobody thought Danny Garcia was going to beat Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a huge underdog in that fight. And when he fought Amir Khan proved why people was picking Amir Khan in the first 2 rounds. He was really just, I mean, his speed was just on another level. Danny had to adjust to it. But when people say that Danny Garcia landed a lucky hook, that is not true. They actually trained to punch with Amir Khan, because Amir Khan, one of the mistakes that Amir Khan makes is the fact that his chin is not, we all know that Amir Khan has a really shaky chin. I mean, he even said it himself, he doesn't have the best chin, but he stays in the pocket too long to have a chin that soft. You know what I'm saying? So Amir Khan will throw 4, 5, 6 piece combination and allow his opponent to be able to punch with him. Well, in the 3rd round, Danny Garcia did just that, and his corner was telling him, bro, you have to punch with him, Danny. You have to punch with him. And so he timed it and he just threw it because Amir Khan was there, and he got Amir Khan out of there, bro. Very good shot. They call it the no look hook, but it is what it is. So after he stopped Amir Khan, he then knocked out Eric Morales in a rematch, made Eric Morales do a whole 360, then reversed it to a 180, and then dropped him. All right. Then he fought Zab Judah. Like, dude was on a really, like, bro, dude, people don't like to give dude credit, but man, Danny Garcia was on a really good run at that time. You know what I'm saying? From fighting Nate Campbell, Kendall Holt, Eric Morales because he had the belt, Amir Khan, then Eric Morales again because he had a rematch clause. You had Zab Judah, who stylistically was supposed to be wrong for Danny Garcia. And then here we go. This is the fight people like to forget about. After he beat Zab Judah, which was a great build-up for that fight. I mean, a really great build-up. After he beat Zab Judah, he then turned around and fought the boogeyman at that time. And if you guys don't know, go do your history, go do your research. Lucas Matisse was the boogeyman of 140 pounds at that time. He had the record of 34-2 with 32 knockouts. Both of those losses that he had were very, very, very controversial. One of them being his first loss being to Zab Judah, second loss being to, I think, Devin Alexander. He was a dangerous puncher, and Danny Garcia took him on and beat him. Now, this is when Danny Garcia's career made a turn for the worse. All right. He then fought Mauricio Herrera, which was supposed to be, it was in Puerto Rico, so they were trying to get the Puerto Rican heritage more so because Danny Garcia is Puerto Rican. Danny Garcia should have lost that fight. But instead, they gave the fight to Danny Garcia, and that's when things took a turn because then he elected to fight Rod Salka in 2014 as well. After he had a gift from Mauricio Herrera, he fought Rod Salka later on that year, and people were really criticizing Danny Garcia of his opponents. Then he fought Lamont Peterson. A lot of people thought Danny Garcia lost that fight. I'm not gonna lie. I think Lamont Peterson started late. I think Danny Garcia Danny Garcia, Peterson waited till like the 7th round to really get going. And I will say this: the damage that Lamont Peterson did on Danny Garcia was worse than what Danny Garcia did to Lamont Peterson. The rounds that Lamont Peterson won against Danny Garcia was a lot more clear than the rounds that Danny Garcia won against Lamont Peterson. But I can honestly see how Lamont Peterson lost that fight because he started a little bit too late. I feel like if Lamont Peterson would have started earlier, he would have beat Danny Garcia because he was there. Danny Garcia was there to be beat. Like Lamont Peterson beat the hell out of Danny Garcia from like the 7th round up. But it was just too little too late. And then you had, he fought Paulie Malignaggi, stopped him, former champion, cool. Robert Guerrero, that was a very entertaining fight, beat him. And then, Samuel Vargas, that we gave him a pass for that because that was, he was getting ready for Keith Thurman. He fought Keith Thurman and then lost by a split decision. He fought Brandon Rios, who was a former champion. He lost to Sean Porter. He stopped Adrian Granados, who was a very rugged, hard, guy. As far as Adrian, he's just a fighter, bro. Like Adrian Granados was one of those guys that always came to fight. You know what I'm saying? He stopped Adrian Granados. He beat Ivan Redcash, lost clearly to Errol Spence, and then beat Jose Benavidez Jr., which in a fight that he did not look that dominant in. And then obviously more recently just got stopped by Erislan De Lara. I mean, all in all, whether people want to admit it or not, Danny Garcia had a really good career. He was really, really good at 140. He was decent at 147. He really wasn't all that good at 154 and just terrible at 160. So, I think Danny Garcia should just retire. I don't know if I would say he's a Hall of Famer. But then again, for those that try to say like, oh, what has he done to get in the Hall of Fame? I can pull up plenty of boxers that you have no clue of what they're done, but they're in the Hall of Fame. So if he does become a Hall of Famer, I wouldn't be just like super shocked because Danny Garcia has some really, really good career wins that people don't like to give him credit for. But ultimately, it's just like fights like the Rod Soccer fights, like people just tend to only pay attention to those more so than the fights like Lucas Matisse or Amir Khan, just more so than fights like that. But Danny Garcia, ultimately he shouldn't fight. It's no reason for him to fight. It's nothing that you have to prove. It would be meaningless, unless if it's like, okay, a situation where I don't want to go out like that, then that's cool, I would understand that. But I don't really see no point of Danny Garcia fighting. He's done what he's done. He's made great money. He's invested great money. Just enjoy your life, my dude. Enjoy your life as a promoter as well. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?